Hello, Minnesota. Does anyone else here believe that God is not done with our state? Does anyone else believe that God is not done with our nation yet? Because we believe that God is sovereign. And even though he's still on the throne, he has given us the free will to be able to act. Because even though Romans chapter 13 discusses that we need to submit to governing authorities, the chapter before it and the verse actually before that chapter, Romans 12:21 says that we are to overcome evil with good. That means that you and I, as residents of the state of Minnesota and citizens of the United States of America, have a part to play. And that means putting our faith into action. Several million Christians, tens of millions of Christians right now throughout the United States will not be voting in this election. They did not vote in 2020. They didn't vote in 2016 and beyond. Because that pietist complacency has plagued several churches and many denominations throughout the United States. And right now, this is a call to action that no matter what denomination you are a part of, no matter what even conservative organization that you are a part of, it is now time to unite instead of majoring in the minors like we've done for so long. Because we've been splitting hairs over so many little things, that now is the time, if ever before, to unite. Because we believe that God is not done with this state. This is not a blue state. This is not. We've traveled all across the state to many different counties, and I want to encourage you with this. The people are waking up. The people have been waking up. And in previous years, a Barna study came out where only 33% of American pastors now today have a biblical worldview. 33%. That's alarming. So right now, to all of the people of faith out there throughout the state, now is the time to wake up, to encourage your pastor that from behind the pulpit, now is the time to get bold. Because just as God used his voice when he created man in the garden, he gave us the tongue to be able to speak things over our situation, to speak things over the state. That's exactly why President Abraham Lincoln had a national day of prayer and fasting over the nation in early 1863. The president of the Confederacy did the exact same thing over the 11 states that he was overseeing. God answered the prayers of President Lincoln, not President Davis, because the nation of the United States of America was in God's will to be restored as a nation. And so it is today that we believe that through prayer and fasting that things in this nation can change. We believe that. And on Monday, November 4th, we with TPUSA Faith are going to be hosting a national day of prayer and fasting throughout the entire nation. We have over 600 pastors right now registered for this. And we've got thousands of Christians all across the nation that will be attending this 12-hour-long live stream video event. And I encourage you to register for that. So if you have your phones with you, look it up, tpusafaith.com/pray. And you can get registered. This is going to be a 12-hour-long live stream with Charlie Kirk, Pastor Jennison Franklin. We're also going to have Seth Gruber, Shane Winnings. We're also going to have Pastor David Engelhardt from King's Church in downtown New York City. Now's the time that Christians are waking up. They are waking up. And even according to our state constitution in Article 1, Section 16, where the government itself cannot violate the dictates of our conscience as religious people like they tried to do during the mandates in the pandemic. They cannot trample on our rights as residents of the state of Minnesota when they tell you what buildings can be closed, what you can do within your home. That violates our conscience, not only as Americans, but as people of faith. Even the New Testament itself says that we are to not forsake the gathering together of the saints. So if we shut down our buildings and say we're non-essential, I've got news for the government, the state government of Minnesota, and also the federal government, and also Governor Walz, and any of the tyrannical leaders who have put forth these mandates in the past is that the churches are saying no if this happens in the future. And more of them are saying no. I meet with pastors nearly every single day, and I want to encourage you as the people of Minnesota. How many pastors out there have said, we closed down for 2 weeks, we closed down for 4 weeks, and then the conviction came, saying, no, we are the ambassadors of Christ on the earth. And because of that, we have a mandate from God himself. And because of that, disobedience to tyrants is obedience to God. So keep that in mind when you vote 3 days from now. It's absolutely essential. 2 Chronicles 7:14 says that if my people who are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and turn from their wicked ways, that I will hear them from heaven, then I will heal their land. It's an if-then statement. Sometimes we just want him to heal our land right now. And we all want that, but there's something that comes first. It's if my people who are called by my name. First, we have to turn from our wicked ways as a state, and then he's going to hear us from heaven, and he's able to heal our land. So be encouraged today that today is Saturday, November 2nd, 2024, and God is still on the throne. Tomorrow is Sunday, November 3rd, 2024, and God is still going to be on the throne. Monday will be Monday, November 4th, 2024, and God will still be on the throne. And November 5th on Election Day, God will still be on the throne. Even January 20th, 2025, God will still be on the throne. So remember that. Do not lose hope. Because when you see the things happening, like in Matthew chapter 24, the wars, rumors of wars, famines, all these things happening, these have all happened throughout all of human history, but now is the only time in human history when all of those things listed are happening at the same time. Then he says, pay attention and lift your head up, because our hope is in Christ. Our hope is not in government, because last time I checked, God is greater than government. So be encouraged today that God is still on the throne and that you have a part to play in your sphere of influence. Do not give up, because this is not the end of our nation. This is just the beginning. So get ready, and God bless you all.